Davina MacKail is back to explain more of the hidden meanings of your dreams and nightmares. We've talked a little bit about dreams connected with stress of New Year's resolutions.
Absolutely. Well, it's not so much stress, it's the blocks. It's what's stopping you getting those things that you actually set your mind on and want. We all start the year with good intentions, and then really, if we've got unconscious beliefs or unconscious things that are blocking us, they'll show up in the dreams. So you might get dreams, as I say, of where your stuckness is, where you're trapped, where you're not getting ahead. It could be relationships, could be... You might get celebrity dreams around that, because they'll illustrate the kind of thing or attributes that you want in your personality to help you get what you're looking for. Also, adverse weather conditions bring up those human survival type dreams, so more fear-based dreams.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's extraordinary. Yeah. Every time you're here, I sit down and just think, what's she going to tell me next? It's an yeah. So bad weather will stimulate more dreams?
Yeah, because, you know, especially if you live in an isolated community or something like that, suddenly, you know, we are at the mercy of the weather. We can't do the things that we know. Human beings like to think we're in control, and of course we're not. And that comes up in the dreams. OK. And all the usual ones as well, folks. Recurring dreams, one-off, celebrity dreams, scary dreams, happy dreams, sexy dreams. Why not? Davina's always got tons of calls coming her way, so if you do want a word, don't hang about. But now then, I'm joined for the last part of this morning's show by our good friend Davina MacKail, who's proved such a massive hit with you guys, explaining the meaning of your dreams over the phone. Always impressive. Why don't you put her to the test? I just want to ask one quick one, just about that break question. Gordon Brown in our dreams, or in our nightmares? Well, yes, exactly. But if you think about it, celebs, whenever we dream of them, they're always summing up aspects of ourselves. I mean, Gordon Brown is unfortunately representative of no hope, all our reasons for failure, and absolutely no charisma, isn't he? I mean, God bless him,
he's the poster boy for everything that's grim.
Everything that we feel bad about and don't feel that we're being successful with. I would imagine that's why he shows up in a lot of people's dreams.
Ask a stupid question, righty. OK, let's throw it open to you guys. Kirsty, what's up?
We have Denise on line 1.
Denise, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for picking up the phone. What's your dream?
A few weeks ago, me and my daughter exactly the same dream, except for the ending. And we moved house 12 months ago. And the dream was we all went back. We managed to get out, but they caught my husband in my dream, and in my daughter's dream, we might all managed to get out. It seems strange, we had the same dream on the same night, but just different endings.
And the house is a house that you used to live in, or just a totally random house? No,
it was the house we lived in 12 months ago. We just went back to see what they'd done to it, to see what, you know, basically what they'd done to it.
OK. OK.
Hi, Denise. I don't think it's so surprising that you've had the same dream as your daughter. That happens a lot with husbands and wives, with families, yes. Because if you think about it, often if you're with somebody that you spend a lot of time with, you have the same thoughts. You finish their conversation for them. Our psyches and our energy become very telepathic when we're close to people. So that's not so surprising. What's interesting about that you both went back to this house is there feels like something about that house that is unresolved. Like you both were going back to the past to maybe resolve something. So I don't know why you moved, or perhaps you and your daughter didn't perhaps want to move. The difference between you and your daughter comes out in the ending.
I don't think my daughter wanted to move, but I wanted to move.
You did want to move,
yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the difference in the ending that's coming out. But there is... So maybe you feel a little bit of upset on your daughter's behalf. So there's something unresolved between you and your daughter that is coming up in that dream about going back and revisiting the past. And often with dreams, when we go back like that, it takes us back to the point where the problem occurred. Right. So just look at what was going on between you and your daughter at the time you moved. And
the absence or not of Denise's husband, is that relevant in any shape or...
I didn't quite hear what happened with the husband in your ending.
Well, in my daughter's dream, everybody got out, including my husband. In my dream, at the ending, they caught my husband, and what they were asking him why we kept going back to the house.
Yeah, that's again, in the dream, your husband is really representing the masculine part of yourself. So it's like, that's just your slight guilt about being caught doing what you shouldn't be doing, in a sense of going back and being nosy. But fun.
OK. I do find this intriguing. So, Denise, is the house, the move, that was a big issue?
No, we'd been there for 26 years.
So it's a long-time association.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's a huge association.
Yeah, so...
but it's about looking about what happened between you and your daughter. It's something around the two of you is the issue. Right. Which happened around that time. So you may have to go back and think about that for a bit, because it might not be immediately clear, but that's what it's to do with.
Right.
Good stuff, isn't it? Lovely. Thank you, Denise. Let's have another, please, Kirsty.
On line 2, we have Leslie.
Leslie, good morning.
Hello there.
Hi there. What's your dream about?
Well, it was the other morning, actually. I woke up and I thought, that's a strange dream. I was waiting to go into court with my partner. I don't know why. And they said to me, oh, before you go into court, you've got to take all your clothes off, and you've got to take some cheese with you. So we went into the room to go into court, and they also said, oh, well, if your solicitor dies, you don't have to go into court either. And then they said, your solicitor's dead, it's okay, you can go home now. And so we went in the next room, and the solicitor's there, and he was alive, but he says, oh, I don't feel very well. And they said, well, it doesn't count, he was dead, but he's not now, so it's all right, you can go home, and you can take the cheese with you.
Yeah, okay.
Good luck,
Yeah,
Davina.
thank you.
That's about as random as I've ever heard, Leslie. Congratulations.
Leslie, let's try and break that down a little bit. Really, it's the naked part of that dream that's very key, because all dreams about taking clothes off, it's where we feel exposed, where we feel vulnerable in life. There is something, perhaps, I don't know what your changes are going on in your life, but where you feel a little bit vulnerable or embarrassed about being seen in something. Maybe it is to do with an issue that you may feel have some legal implications, or where it's to do with work. I don't know if you're working, but somewhere where you feel you might get caught out, or you don't feel you're up to the job, or you're not feeling quite good enough in some way. Yeah. Especially the solicitor being ill, it's somebody like that, is about what needs to change at work. What do you need to let go of in order to allow yourself to be less vulnerable? Okay. And to actually stand up for yourself. So something is changing and wanting to change in there for you.
But the keys, I mean, I didn't
hear about the keys. There was so much in there.
Keys, Leslie? Cheese.
Oh, it's cheese.
Cheese.
The cheese, I mean, cheese is food, so it's about nourishment. So, in a sense, the reason you had to take is if you allow, you know, by changing and by killing off what you don't need to need, you'll be able to feed yourself. You needed to take the cheese because you actually need new nourishment. And cheese is protein. So it's like you need to nourish yourself. Protein is what gives us growth in life. It helps our cells, it renews the bones and renews the body. So it's actually about changing will allow you to grow, and it's what you need to be doing. But it's scary for you, you feel vulnerable, you feel exposed, you feel like you don't really want to do it.
Ring any bells, Leslie?
Not really, no.
Oh, it's going to be one of those days.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those days. Look deep, look deep.
Sometimes we don't get it immediately, that's the problem.
And I know from the past you've been bang on with these, so thank you for that, Leslie. We've got time for one more quick one, Kirsty.
Yeah, we have Abigail, and she's on line 4.
Morning, Abigail.
Good morning.
What's your dream?
Well, it's actually my 8-year-old daughter.
Okay.
She basically keeps mentioning that she has dreams the night before, and then whatever she's dreamt about then happens the following day.
Ever done one winning the lottery?
No, I've thought about asking her about that.
Okay.
I mean, they're just ordinary things, like what she does at school the next day, or, you know, a conversation she has with someone. But I just wondered if this is, you know, sort of normal or possible, and sort of how to explain it to her, really.
As good as you can, Davina.
It is very normal. When we're asleep, we're actually outside of space and time, so we have access to all information. So in that way, we can have very clear information about what's going to happen because we've created time. It's a very human concept.
OK, so a gift or...?
I think it's much more common than we realise.
OK, OK. That's all we've got time for. Thank you for the call, Abigail. Thank you to this woman, Davina. Absolutely fantastic stuff, I have to say. And come back and see us again soon. And you can find out more about Davina's work on our website, 5.tv/rightstuff.